I've got some concerns about how law firms are going to function if they don't change in a positive direction in the next 5 or 10 years.
I think you're hitting on something that I'm really passionate about, which is the delivery of legal services is changing. I really think that like antiquated law firm model of let's basically build a pyramid scheme and rake people in on it and burn them out for 10 years and then fingers crossed they make partner, and if not, thanks for your service, good luck, goodbye. Like I think that model is, I hope, on its way out. And I hope that this exact pressure that everyone's feeling right now is just like a symptom of a disruption that's looming. And this goes back to the very first thing that I mentioned, which is legal products are growing at a faster rate than those old antiquated law firms. And there's a reason for that, because they operate like software companies. And that is the future. Selling legal services online, not in some old wooden geezer law firm that someone pays millions of dollars for on the backs of $800 an hour billable, I don't know, like artificial value. Like it's a legitimate, it's a business where efficiency is rewarded, not looked down on, which I think that's a whole big other
let me ask, I mean, I know it changes from practice area to practice area and from size company to size company, but there's the productization and the way that the automation of legal services, automation of software to help, legal services perform at a higher level. And there's a way of setting up, your whole shop online. So it becomes like a, maybe a lower ticket, but it's more like a factory producing through web leads that lead into intake, that leads into, for example, like, then, just like $1,000 for this or $1,000 for that. But then are we losing the relationship side of legal services, in the sense that lawyers get business through relationships, not necessarily, some can do it all online, but others get it through relationships. So how do you see that kind of playing out?
I mean, like it's not special. Everybody, like newsflash, everybody gets business through relationships. Like that is not like new.
That's not new. That's not something I just came up with.
Not like, that's not like a brand
I'm so
new
smart. I just came up with that, out of nowhere.
Well, I hear a lot of lawyers say that. That's why, like, it's not unique to legal industries. Like, the truth is clients are tired of paying for template factories. And I think when I feel really excited to pay my lawyer is when I'm in trouble or I have a legitimate concern or question, and then I get on the phone with them for 15 minutes. Like, I'm not on the phone with them because I want to be or because they're my friend. Like, I'm paying them at an insanely high rate, and I'm looking at the clock at the 15-minute mark because I'm getting off the call at 15 minutes. Like, so like, we're not buds. Like, I get on the phone with them and I really like that they're poised and confident and intelligent, and that's what I want them to be for 15 minutes, and that's it. I don't want to talk to them again.
That's it.
And then when I turn around and ask them, and I'm like, hey, I need an employee handbook, and they're like, yeah, that's going to be like 10K. And I'm like, what do you mean that's going to be 10K? I know you're just going to go pull out a fucking template, open it up, edit it for an hour, and then charge me money for it. And I'm like, it is the most frustrating. And that's the part, I think it's that part of it that I think is ripe for disruption. I think there's lots of other parts, like when you're working with I have all sorts of frustrations, like even working.
Yeah, I can tell you've had some rough goes.